Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So today is the kind of a final assembly before first drive. First drive will be next week, not this week, but you'll see the first little drive into the garage because we need to get the car into the garage. So once we get it into there, then we can start doing the final assembly and then clear down the final codes. We're going to get the seat in, we're going to electrify the seats. Hopefully that will work. And then I need to talk to you about the damage at the back of the car and where you can help us to get that solved. So let's crack on with today's episode. Okay, so you join us in the garage and got the car up on the ramps, which is really good, and you saw it drive in, so you can tell that it obviously moves very well. So now we are ramping up for first drive. So we've got quite a few bits that we need to do today. So we got to top up the coolant. So we've never had a coolant in here, so the first thing we need to do is test that to see if it can hold our level. So what we're going to do is going to use our little tester here. And what this is a vacuum fill, because you've got to vacuum fill these systems. So we're going to get that sorted. Then when we get that done, we then have this wire to sort out. So that wire is for the radar that goes in the front. We finally tracked that down. And the other 4 wires that are left are these here. Right, so these, basically it's this sensor here. We've got 4 of these sensors, 1 at each corner. And that's what those wires are. You can see that they are similar colors, but we don't have the plug, so we have to think of something very ingenious to get that to work. But we're not going to do that today. That's going to be another episode. Today we're going to get the radar sorted, the coolant filled, and then we're going to move on to the electric seats, which I'll show you in a second. Alright, so at the back of the car we've been doing some more pulling here because this is the problem child, this panel here, getting this replaced. As you can see, the damage is restricted to the bottom here, but we've got a crush here. So this is supposed to be out like this, but down the bottom you can see it's been crushed right down. So this whole panel needs to be replaced, and I managed to get one. This panel here, and you can see where it's nice all down the bottom down there. This has taken 6 weeks to arrive. Got stuck in customs, and at one point I didn't think it was actually going to arrive, but it finally has. But now I need someone to weld this in place, and we'll come on to that later on in the video, because my efforts so far have been pretty fruitless. I found one person who could potentially do it, but anyway, we'll talk about it later. And then finally, what we're going to try and do, we've got the electric seats in the car, but we need to figure out the wiring. Now I think I know which wires are which on here, but only time will we'll take a look and we'll do a test to see if my theory is right. Okay, so that's all that's coming up in this episode. So the first thing we're going to do, let's sort out the electric cabling. No, we're going to sort out the coolant. So we'll do the coolant first. We'll do the coolant test, and that is that this must stand for 2 minutes at 4 bar. So let's do that now.
Moments later.
Right, so we've just pressurized it, and as you can see, we're just below 4 bar here. The time is 1:33 exactly. Okay, so in 2 minutes we'll come back, and as long as that's there, we're going to be a good place. So go make yourself a cup of tea, and we'll see you in 2 minutes, but which will be 10 seconds on your time.
More moments later.
Right, so according to my clock here, 2 minutes have just gone, and as you can see, we haven't moved. So the system is holding pressure, and that's perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to top it up to about 5 or 50, minus 50, which will take us into the yellow. Actually, you might just do it slightly higher, because we got to fill this with 10 liters of coolant. So I'll do that, and then you'll see me filling her up. Alright, so there you go, 10 liters of coolant. So we're going to now release this, and let's see how we get on. So hopefully it will take, I don't think it will take it all. Here we go. So it's running through. It won't take it all, but it will certainly take the majority of it. There we go. Taps are open right out now. Let's see how much it will take. We're coming down, coming down. It's going to take a little while though, I think. Yeah, as I suspected, I think it's taken about 5 liters. And we are down. Here we go. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, so the coolant is going through the car and we have no leaks. And if you're worried about the color, normally this is pink, but this is the correct coolant, C13, which is what the is rated for these vehicles. So yeah, we can hear the coolant going through, but more importantly, no leaks. We are okay, so there's no leaks anywhere, which is fine, which is perfect. Right, so the next thing we're going to do now, I think we're going to test the electric seats now. So I had a theory about the electric seats, and we're going to prove that with the aid of this 12-volt battery. So on the car seats here, what I have gathered is that all the wiring is exactly the same, with the exception of this cable here. Okay, so this red and white cable here, and that solid red and black cable just down there, that one there. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So the earth, etc., it picks up from the middle, so the middle one here. When you look at the other wiring, let's have a look. So this is from the blown chair, and what you can see is that the first 2 pins are empty there, and then that pin over there is empty. So what that should mean is I should be able to run a cable to here, a power cable and a negative, and then this seat should work. If my theory is correct, then all we need to do is just pick up a power cable, and then it will pick up the standard earth from the middle. Let's test that. Right, so we got our battery wigged up, and we got our positive and our negative, or our earth and negative, connected up to the loom. So let's see what happens. Yep, and the back goes back and forth as well. So that's absolutely right. That's brilliant. No lumber, but I think that's because we haven't got the other cable, that wire there, connected up. But as far as I'm concerned, pretty happy with that. So we can go ahead now and add our new wiring to get this to work, and then we can plug that in, and then that should work perfectly.
More moments later.
Right, okay, so we've hardwired the seat in. I'm just gonna put the screw into place and screw that in. Okay, right, so as you can see, nothing's happening there. Let's turn the ignition on. Alright, ignition is on. And we have electric seats that go up, down, back and forth. That is brilliant. One wire, that's all that was, one wire. Okay, brilliant. So I'm just going to pull the seat right forward so I can do the back and make sure she goes her full travel, which clearly she does. You can see the back screws there. We'll pull the back forward as well, and we'll just tighten those up, and then that's another job done. Brilliant. Right, so now that we got this chair all fitted up and working, as you can see, working just fine, we should be able to now get rid of that airbag warning. Yeah, that one there in the corner. All right, so we're at the airbag module on VCD on OBD11. We've got 3 faults according to this. Let's see if we can clear them now. So we're going to clear faults, and airbag fault has now gone, and we are clear here. So if we just clear that now and we go back and go back in again, we've just got this. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't seem to be yeah, seems to be okay. So let's turn the car off. Okay, car is off, and then turn the car back on again now. Let's see if that airbag light goes off, and it does. Airbag light goes off. So we have cleared now all of the airbag warning signs, which is really cool. So let's see if this one will just clear, whatever that is. Yep, that seems to have cleared now. Let's see if it comes back, if we go back and back in again. If it does, I'm not really bothered, because the main thing is that the airbag lights have gone off there. So let's go in again. Yeah, message still comes up, but it's not flagging up on the board, but we will take a look at that at a later date. So that's good news. Right, time to refit the front bumper. We've adjusted this wing slightly to make it fit better. So and we've adjusted underneath as well. The bracket was kind of bent and it wasn't sitting properly, which was pulling this plastic bracket in. So that's done. We've primed the header tank with coolant. It's not tight yet because it's still doing a little bit of bleeding. We have put some water in the washer valve. Battery now is back in place nice and firm, so we are making some great progress. We're going to connect up the front bumper now, and had to do that, sorry. We'll put the front bumper back on and connect up that, and then hopefully that should now start to take away some codes. We'll do a final code read, and then yeah, I think the front should be pretty much complete. So let's get that front bumper on. Okay, so with everything now connected up, we're going to do another scan to see what we got left, or another clear. Let's do that now. Nope, not rescan. Clear. We're going to clear all these faults of the 92 that we discovered to see what we got left. We'll come back in a second.
More moments later.
Okay, it's finished scanning, and we now have 15 left. 15 faults to find, and those are going to be really minor, and I probably suspect that they're going to be for the back. So that is a major improvement. So yeah, let's find out what those 15 are. So we've got one for the engine. Let's see what that is. I'm just going to skim through some of these. I'm not going to go through these in details. Let's see what this engine, well, it hasn't got an engine, it's got an electric motor. Implausible front camera for driver, active radiator airflow. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, I've seen that get stuck. So not so worried about that. Implausible front camera, I need to check that. That's up here. So the front camera is in here. So I need to figure out why that is doing what it's doing. Let's try and clear that and see what happens. Clear that fault. Will it clear? It said it's clear, but it hasn't. It's only cleared one. If we bring it back again, it's going to come back with two. Oh no, no, it hasn't. It's only come out one. Implausible front. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, brakes are fine. Air conditioning, we know, needs to have AC in there. Essential electronics, we've got one. What is that? Wiper motor. No communication. That's because the bonnet is open. So that's not a fault. That's good. Gateways. Now, I think this is going to be the alarms because we've got two missing. Oh, tail lamp, yep. Actuator for noise, yep, we know about that. Burglary control, one, no communication, that's two. One is on the way, the other one has disconnected cables as I showed you. So again, that's not a biggie. Driver's doors open. Duh. Telemetrics, let's see what that is. Secure onboard communication, signature inspection fail. What is that? Let's see if we can clear it. Says it's cleared. Let's go back. Nah, it's not. I'll take a look at that and see if that is actually connected. But not so worried about that. Driver assistance A5. What is that? Data missing. Let's see if it's clear. Successfully cleared. No, you haven't. Dynamic roll sensor. So that's got to do with the camera. So I'm assuming that the camera must be disconnected. Let's go back in and see if that comes back. It does. Okay. What else? Antenna module. What is that? Is that clear? Says it does, but it will come back. Yeah, it does. Not sure what that is. I'll look that one up. And I think application server infotainment. Right front. Okay. Yeah. That's because we've not connected it. So there's a treble, there's a speaker there. Still needs to go in. That goes into there. Okay, good. So as you can see, that is it. Simple little things, really simple little things. So I am quite pleased with that. You know, in terms of this, I think we're very nearly ready for our first drive. What's these 10 reported faults? Reports, yeah, no, but we've just cleared that. Yeah, that's the lights, that's why. Proactive protection system is unavailable. Number plate light, that's not connected. Engine sound, we know about that. Add washer fluid, dynamic. So again, road sign, everything's leading to this camera. So I need to take a look at that and see what's going on up there. Right, okay, so let's talk about the back here. Now, I have got this panel, as I mentioned earlier, complete panel, which covers all the damage area, and the damage area consists of, like I said, this bit here. Now I am looking for somebody who can weld this for me. If you can come down here and weld it, that would be much appreciated if you are that person, because I can't seem to find someone local to do it. So if you know somebody or can do it yourself, tap me up on Instagram, give me a DM, and let's talk. And I'm not expecting you to do this for free. I am more than happy to pay somebody to do this. So if you are that person, tap me up on Instagram, and hopefully we can get this sorted. Now, the windscreen wipers is a problem. I'm just going to do some research to see if I can figure that out, because it might just be a fuse. In fact, I pretty much think that it is a fuse, so I need to sort that out. Also, this side here keeps on popping out, so I'll probably need to adjust that a bit more. Look at that gap. Yep, you can lose a submarine in there, so we need to sort that out as well. But other than that, the car is looking good, and like I said, we're down to minimal bits now that needs to be sorted. So a good result, methinks. All right, so that's it. So we are now almost ready for first drive. Just a couple of things that needs to be done. Now, in terms of the welding, if you are a welder and you've got some time spare that you can come down and weld that panel in for me, tap me up on either Instagram, DM me on Instagram, or use the email address on the about section of the channel on YouTube, and contact me that way, and then we can make some arrangements. Yes, I am going to pay you. I'm not expecting you to do it for free, of course, but I've got a painter, just need a welder to really do that piece. And you know that I'm not going to attempt, because you know my welding is like, just look at my ST, you'll see what I mean. Good. Okay, so yeah, we're coming to the final bits of this project, and yeah, thoughts go to what's next, but that's for another episode. Next week we will be going for first proper drive on this car, to give the car a shakedown, because it's been through quite an extensive rebuild, as you can probably see by the 13 odd episodes that we've had. In the meantime, if you are a casual viewer, consider subscribing, because our subscription numbers have dropped off a little bit, so we'd like to get them up there. And if you're just a casual viewer of this, or you like what we see, subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps the old YouTube algorithm. In the meantime, we will see you next week, and have a good one.